Yes, there are still a couple of Florida stores that I have never been in before, and this one is now ticked off the list because I have now been into this store. Woot! And this store had some interesting things that I've never seen in any other stores. Now, I say that a lot, but that's really and truly because the supplies that are being sent out from Ollie's to Ollie's to Ollie's varies wildly when you're talking about the craft supplies. So honestly, my suggestion is to hit up as many Ollie's as you can that you're capable of getting to, that you want to go to, and see what you can find. For example, the 5 stores down in Tampa Bay are within 35 miles of each other, and it is wildly different what you find from one store to the next store to the next store, even the ones that are closest to each other. It's just amazing. So this store had new things that I've seen, and it had things that I have, new things that I haven't seen, and had things that I have seen in the past. These wood pieces, I think they got delivered to all the different Ollies before the liquidation started. So I think that that's one of the reasons that we keep seeing the same wood pieces store to store to store. And the prices seem to be pretty consistent on these wooden pieces. I am going to show you this round one right here. This right here. Oh my gosh, somebody in the Chatty Crafty Facebook group has been using canvases to wrap them to make a display, a coordinated display on their wall. And oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. Okay, this round wooden piece. When you're looking at these, I have seen several of these that have damage on them. And I will say that if you point out the damage to somebody at the front, usually they'll give you a little bit of a discount on it. I've gotten like 10% on a couple of items because they were damaged. And if you're not going to use the rim around it, those little spheres around it, then it's not going to really matter. You're going to pick those off anyway, and then you have a flat round board for slightly cheaper than they were asking for it. But don't break things just to get a discount. That is so awful. I'm just going to put it out there. Don't do that. These I've seen at Dollar Tree, and the last time I saw them, they were $1 because that was back in the day when Dollar Tree was actually affordable. And I haven't seen them since then, so I don't know if $2 is a good price for those. Now, I totally missed this entire box of ribbons, and even when I'm in these stores doing these videos, it's amazing how many things that I realized that I missed while I was in the store that I notice when I'm doing these voiceovers. But this is the first time I've seen this beautiful metallic red color. I've seen this yellow color several times, but that ruby red color was so pretty. Oh my gosh, in person it is amazing. So maybe they're going to get even more colors of those. And oh, I hope they do because they are beautiful. I don't personally do vinyl, but I know there are vinyl people out there, and I hope that they get those for you because they are simply stunning as colors for the vinyl. I forgot to get a look at the price tag on this, but look at all the wonderful little pages that you get in this. And because it's separated into separate pieces, you can do different topics in each of those. A unicorn, of course, I found my unicorn. I love the unicorns. Everybody at this point, if you've watched even 3 or 4 of my videos, you know how much I love unicorns. And this brand right here, I am becoming even more and more impressed by this brand. I've seen this brand with the larger ones, with the ones with pens on it, and then the ones without pens. And now they have this one where you get all these different items that you can use for journaling, and it's all a one and done little contained package. And buying it at Aldi's, that's an incredibly good price for everything that you get for that little binder or journal or date minder or whatever you want to use that for. So I'm sitting here, I'm still pointing out some of the journals that they have at Ollie's. And while I'm doing that, I want to say thank you. I really do. I want to say how much I appreciate everybody who has come and has subscribed to my channel and is watching my videos. I am so humbled and I am so grateful for each and every one of you because I really enjoy doing this. I really do. And I really am pleased that I can bring you this content, and your support makes it so wonderful, and it makes it so I'm having trouble coming up with the words for it, but I just want to say thank you. I really do. I want to just say thank you to each and every one of you. Heartfelt, deep, absolutely appreciative thank you. Park Lane, the ribbon that you were just looking at, really nice ribbon. I didn't buy any because it was wire edged. And then we're up here, and this I haven't seen in a while. I've seen these in other Ollies, but I haven't seen this in a while. And I think a lot of these got sold out because for $5, this is a really cool way to keep up with what's going on in your family. It's got so many different different dividers and so many different sections that you can put different life occurrences and different things, and you can record stuff that goes on, and that would become a great keepsake, especially since I think you can add pages to it. Wakanda, absolutely Wakanda forever. I absolutely love this. And what I really liked about this book is in the top, you can't really read it very well in the video, but in the top they had little Wakanda phrases and Wakanda affirmations, and I really thought that was really, really cool. They have this is the 110 pound. They have a green one that is 65 pound, a green pack of paper that's 65 pound. And look at the fringe. Oh my gosh, it's so cute and pink. Oh, the fringe is starting to show up. These rolls are starting to show up. And remember that these, when they were originally sold in the fabric store, oh, rest in peace, Joanne's. When they were originally sold in the fabric store, they were sold by the yard. So here you're buying the entire thing and you're getting it for a great price. These little journals are the cutest thing. They have holes in the front and they have patterns that you can use the embroidery floss and the little needle that they give you in order to make a pattern on the front of it so you can personalize it to you. I've only ever seen the orange, the blue, and the orange, the teal, and the purple stitches. And I love this. This is a rock design kit that I've never seen before. This is one that is new to me. And what I really love about it is that it comes with a book, which means that once you're done with the materials that they gave you, you can go and resupply the materials and you still have the book that lets you know how to do it and gives you ideas and patterns. I think that is so cool. And for $3.99, that's one of the cheapest rock kits that I've seen. And it was heavy. There were quite a few rocks in there. So that was an amazing little kit. Really and truly. And look, they have an icky sticky. Those of you who watch my lives, you know how much I hate the icky sticky. I really do. The icky sticky is that little piece of glue that holds the little plastic packages that a lot of things are shipped out of China in. I really hate the hickey. Didn't mean to say that. I really hate the icky sticky. I don't know how much this was at this store. I've seen them in other stores ranging from $3.99 to $7.99. It's a really neat desk piece, and they had a lot of them in a box back there, but I didn't see a price on any of them. The Ofre ribbon, and what I like about this store is that they put the little patch on the front, the little swatch on the front. They left it in there so you could see what's inside the box, because when we get later on in this store, you're going to see that some of these items are stacked pretty high on a shelf. So it was nice to have that little swatch on there to see what was actually in the box. So that was a neat little trick. And of course, here's chalk. There's one permutation of those chalk pieces, and this store actually had both permutations. It's been a while since I've seen both permutations of it. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, just look at the packaging. Just really look at it and think about something maybe a little risque. I'm just saying. I love this little foldable planner. It's one of those ones that has multiple pockets on the inside. It's not really a craft supply, but imagine storing some of your cut pieces of cardstock in there when you're doing memory journals or junk journals or any sort of card making. The scissor vinyl, excellent value to get that for $8. And then they also had these for $6.99. I've only seen these for $5.99 in one store. So I guess the normal price is supposed to be $6.99, and the rest of the store, and that one store just put the wrong price on there. And look at this cute. Oh my gosh, it's a cute little hunt and find coloring book. So you not only do you get to color it in, but it's like a little search thing too as well. I thought that was so cute. And more ribbon, lots of ribbon. Oh, and this is the only one where I'm going to show it to you right now. That's the only one that they had that I could find that was that thickness. I didn't see it in any other thickness. I didn't buy it. No, I didn't see it in any other place that particular thickness. The rest of them are like this. They're the thinner ones, and I thought the thicker one was a much nicer one. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy any of the ribbon in this store, I don't think. Maybe I bought a roll or two, but for the most part, I didn't buy ribbon. There's the other permutation. I mean, look at it. Look at it. I mean, come on, right next to each other. You can have, or you can have the other. I can't look at those without laughing. It's just somebody in the packaging department was having a laugh. I just know that. And then these are $1.99, but if you can find the pop style sidewalk chalk, it's half price, or it's half the price, and you get the same amount of chalk pieces. So I personally, if you're looking for sidewalk chalk, I would look for the pop ones and not that one. But if you can't find the pop ones, I mean, $1.99 for that much chalk is really good. Really cool tie-dye kit. It's got all the rainbow colors in it, so that was a neat one. And then they had this box. It's just a box sitting on the shelf, and it's got nothing but these scissors in it. And I had so many, there were so many scissors in this box, so many different colors and everything. It was so cool to look at. And then instead of stopping filming to go get the end cap, I just wandered around the side because it was just flowing right there. And they got Fimo kits. And again, I keep pointing out these Fimo kits. If you're interested in polymer clay, that is a cheap way to test out polymer clay and see if it's something you want to do. Because polymer clay crafts can get expensive. And if it's not something that you're sure you want to do, you make one item, you see if it's for you, and if you don't like it, you're only out $3, and if you do like it, then you know to invest in more things. And that's one of the things that I love about all the kits that they have at Ollie's is you can test out these craft supplies without investing large amounts of money into it. I'm not craft supplies, but you can test out these crafts without investing a huge amount of money in it and decide whether or not that's something you want to continue to invest in. And I love that. I absolutely love that. You know me, I want crafts to be in the hands of everybody. I think everybody in the world should have the opportunity to do something with crafting because it is such a beautiful way to express what you're feeling and what you're thinking and what your visions are. And I just love it. I don't know how much those candles are. It's the first time I've seen that particular set of candles. Usually they're $1, but I didn't see a price tag on any of those. And of course, now we're in the pegboard area. They did have the EK Tools chalk, and they did have it in the solid black box, and they also had it in the multicolor box, which is coming up in a little bit. They do have the EK Tool punches. They're $5 at this store. Those EK Tool punches vary from $1 to $2 to $4 to $5. And look at all of these letters. This is the first time that I've seen them all be the same pattern. Usually when we see those letters, it's multiple different patterns in a box, but this is the first time that I've seen all of them. The EK Tool scissors tends to be $2.99. That one really doesn't vary in price. And oh my gosh, I tested these in one of my lives. I used them to stain a piece of vellum, and oh my goodness gracious, it worked beautifully well. They're not really markers. They're actually made for those little stained glass or stained-ish glass things that you put in and hang in the window. They're made out of plastic, but oh, and I love this. Look at this. Across the bottom, it's who, what, when. So you've got the top to write down who, the center to write down what, and then the bottom to circle when. I loved that. That was so cool. I only saw one package of these. They do have two different color sets of these. They have the warm colors and the cool colors, and I didn't see the cool colors in this store, and I only saw one of the warm color. But 99 cents, 25 cents of highlighter, that's a great price. And look at these huge markers. I mean, those are great for making garage sale signs, estate sale signs. I love that. And then we're moving on to another end cap, and they have that Lifelines kit. That's a really cool one. And they also have some more of these ribbons. And the ribbon in this store was spread way out. It wasn't concentrated in one place. So you'll see the ribbon in multiple places as I go through the store because they put it in multiple places. And if you ever need 8.5 miles, yes, miles of curling ribbon, this is the way to buy it because it's only $15. I would never use that. Somebody once said that their mother bought one and they had to put it in the will. And look at all these boxes. I mean, look at the amount of stuff that they have to still put out. I did do a little poke through to see if I could see any that were crafting boxes, and I didn't see any. But that wasn't the only aisle that was filled with boxes like that. So this store has a huge restock to take care of. This store doesn't have a dollar table. It's got these dollar shelves. And these are on the back wall of the store. And this is where they put the stuff that we would typically find at a dollar table. And they had items in here that I've never seen in any Ollies. Like that particular set of cookie cutters right there. I've never seen that in any particular Ollies. And I will come back to it and show it to you. It's not as good. If you want a wider flute, it's good. But if you want narrow fluted ones, there's a better one. You get 4 for $1 instead of those 2 for $1. This stencil is huge. I mean, it is really long. It will go around a very large cake. And it's got 2 different stencils in there. And for $2, that's a great price. Never seen before. These are cake take boxes. You decorate the cake. It's got a cellophane surface on it. And this doesn't have to be used for cakes. I mean, you could put anything in there. Dioramas, anything. And it was like $2 for 4 of those boxes. And then they had this, another item never seen before. This is from Sweet Shop, so it's made for baking and decorating and things like that. But that could be definitely used as a picking and weeding tool. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, we've seen pouring paint, and that was the only color that I saw that in the single single bottles in this store, but they did have a 4-pack in this store, and I thought this was cute. Wine and crafting. I mean, what better combination? What can I say? And they did have these page protectors for $1 for the entire pack of page protectors. Really, really cool set of page protectors. And we've seen these in multiple stores, but still, it's a really great price for those. If you do memory books or if you do memorial scrapping, things like that, oh my goodness, just absolutely beautiful. And if you need a 2, this is your store. They have tons. They're all 2s, but they have tons. So if you have somebody turning 2, 22, or 222, you are so fully covered. Oh my goodness gracious, you are covered. Now, if you need any other number, not so much. And then this is the 4-pack that I was talking about, having the pouring paint. So they had that one pink bottle for $1.49, and this 4-pack was $1.99. I did take it up to the register to find out if it was $1 because I was going to pick one up if it was $1, but no, it was actually $1.99. So that's something to think about. And like I said, this is not a dollar area. And they even said on their sign that it was $1 and up, that these crafting supplies started $1 and up. But see how the boxes go way up high? Most of those boxes have ribbon in them, and most of them have that red glitter ribbon in them. So that's something to look at. And then they had some patriotic stuff because, I mean, the 4th of July is coming up and it is a holiday, and so they have some stuff to put out. I think the butterfly was kind of cute, but there's some stars that are coming up that I really appreciate the way they were displayed. I have to say, I really, really appreciate the way that this store displayed the stars. But they have these for $4, and that's a really good price for these little tinsel wreaths. And then they have other wreaths for varying prices. And I used to see wreaths when I could go into Michael's oh so long ago. And they were, back then, we're talking 6, 7 years ago, they were, way more expensive than these wreaths are now in Ollie's. I can only imagine how much a wreath costs in Michael's now, but these wreaths, they ranged from, for these decorated wreaths, they were like $13, $20, $25, depending on how fantastic they were. But the most expensive one of those wreaths that I've ever seen in any Ollie's was $25, and that one had a little stuffed rabbit in the center of it and was definitely for the Easter springtime holiday. So very, very cool stuff. And then they also had these bows, and they had 2 or 3 different designs of these bows. Really pretty, and a really great price for these little door bows. If you don't want to go with a wreath, if you want to go with a door bow, or if you want to put a bow on a wreath. I thought that was a really neat way to do that. And then here we are with the area that has the stars. But first off, we've got some what's it called? Garland, and then some nutcrackers to go along with it. Not going to make the joke that I'm thinking, but I'm thinking it. And then here's the stars, and then they have this one, the spike star. And I'm not really sure about the spike ones. I know that Dollar Tree sells spike ones, and they sell some pretty nice ones, and I think that theirs would definitely be cheaper than $10 for this. So I'm not sure about the quality of this compared to the one from Dollar Tree. But they do have that. And then that one was $10, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. There's the star. There, right there. See, I love the way they're displaying that star. I think that's so perfect. But I did have to go down to the bottom of it to find the price tag on there. And then they have the chicken. And I think it's funny that the star was $10, but the chicken is $15. Because, of course, the chicken is more expensive. Because the chicken makes everything more expensive. Anyway, just saying. I'm just saying. Putting it out there, letting you look at it, plopping it on the table, letting you think about it. But there you go. There's the chicken for $15. I never did get a price on those ones that's the boards that you stick beside your door. I don't know how much those were. And then these are really beautiful. These ones that have these wheat sprays on them, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I really do. They are really, really beautiful wreaths. And then we get to the florals. And oh my goodness gracious, the florals are appearing in Ollie's, and they are coming in droves and hordes. There are so many of these beautiful fake florals that are showing up for you to do whatever you want to with them. You can make wreath making. Look, they've got greenery, and the prices, these prices on these florals are amazing. One of the people in the Chatty Crafty Guild who comments on these a lot, comments on these videos a lot, she used to work in Joann's, and she said that these florals used to start at $8 each. And here at Ollie's, I actually found a floral in this particular store for 99 cents. I mean, that is incredible. And this was $2. And I have to admit that I loved this so much. I don't really do a whole lot with fake flowers and things like that, but I loved the lemons on this so much. You get 7 lemons per spike. And I loved it so much that I actually bought 2 of these that I'm going to use to put on decoration in a little display somewhere in my house because I thought they were just cute. And here's me pulling out the 2 of them. And look, you can see they have a huge box of them for $2. $2 for these amazing little lemons. Oh my goodness gracious, that is so awesome. I mean, I just couldn't even. It was just amazing. And so we've got even more florals going on here. This is a wreath. This is another wreath. Beautiful, bright, lemony yellow, sunshine, gorgeous wreath for $15. And then they have these little pre-made pots of different things. They've got lavender and they've got, oh, there's another bouquet. $5 for this bouquet. I mean, look at the number of flowers you get in that little bouquet for $5. You could use 1 or 2 of those and have a really nice centerpiece on a table. I didn't get the price of these irises, but look how gorgeous these irises are. I'm sitting there looking for a price tag so I can tell you how much they are, but they weren't there. It wasn't there, but I honestly would guess that they were like $5. And those irises were just absolutely stunning. And now we have the little pre-made pots where you've got this one that's got the lavender in it, and then there's another one that's got rosemary in it, and then the last one I thought was really cool, if I'm remembering correctly, is an olive one. It's got a little olive branches in it, and I think that is so beautiful. I really do. I think that one is lovely, and if it were something that I wasn't afraid that my cat would completely chow down on, because Brucey would definitely eat it, I would probably have bought the olive branch one. And look at this. Oh my gosh, I could not believe this. This is an 8-foot garland, but look at not only how full this is, but how flexible it is. This is an incredibly high quality piece of garland that is not set for any holiday. You could decorate that for every holiday that comes up, and it was so pretty. And these are the florals that I found for 99 cents. They're these little greenery spikes, but 99 cents for a greenery spike. I mean, you can't even get that in the dollar store anymore. No, I don't think there's hardly anything in the dollar store. Anyway, cheers, happy crafting!